Welcome y'all to Noasis Dilla, and we're just kind of by the Port of Corpus Christi, which is, I believe, this building here. There's a new harbour bridge, see people on it there, and we're right in front of a ship called the Star Navara from Majuro, Marshall Islands. Majuro is the capital, and then if you look straight in the middle where the R is for Romeo, there's a Marshall Islands flag. Pretty cool. So helps if you know geography. And if we go straight ahead, we got the Blue Ghost, USS Lexington, and a Texas State Aquarium right next to it. Well, they're not really right next to it. It's like, well, they kind of are, but you got to walk a bit. It makes it seem closer than it is. Some kind of boat tour right ahead. Right here we've got the Corpus Christi Science and History Museum right here. The art centre thing is like that building there. It's a lot of museums here. Straight ahead you got the old water park that's attached to Waterberg Field, where the Corpus Christi Hooks played for the Houston Astros. So yeah, we're down here because it's sticky, y'all. Oh, did I say welcome? It's Noasis Dilla. I probably did, but anyway, I want to throw that out. It's Noasis Dilla. But anyway, we went there because we got a UPF Columbia Hooks shirt. Sure, we had one last year. I had a white one and they had a navy one. Anyway, I looked at it in the store and I got back home and I put my headlight on, which is in here, and I noticed this stain, and I think it's probably from the glue maybe running off or something, but they allowed me to refund it or exchange it. I exchanged it. They refunded the money to the card, and I got two shirts. I paid the extra $10 and I got that, so that was pretty sweet, pretty cool. But anyway, just in kind of, we're not really in the middle, but we're on the early starts of the run, so we're going to do a bit of a run. Follow me, so I follow Christ, and we get a run in today. So let's go. And the book days are still on. So the book days are, sure I've got the swell phone. I think it goes on for like a week or 10 days. I think it's short for Buccaneer days. And even though the history of buccaneers, you know, a buccaneer was literally, it's basically a pirate, a Spanish pirate. Whereas a pirate was obviously like from the British Isles. Of course you had pirates down in Singapore. Which are kind of like Chinese pirates, and obviously there's been pirates everywhere. Havana, which when it was occupied by the British, the Redcoats, that was like Vegas back in the day. Before Vegas existed, that's where everyone went out in the Caribbean. So the history there. But yeah, so hadn't been running since last Saturday, nearly a week. I wanted to do a lot of cleaning this week, just a little update, but I didn't really get around to doing it because last week, obviously, well, I've been back 2 weeks now, fortnight, but I was on a high, you know. I was getting jobs done I needed to do, organised, and so this week I did more organising, preparing to go to Key West in January and Washington State in visit Michelle's family, Em's family in August. Initially I thought we were going to do it in a week after I got back from the UK. Wasn't the case. She didn't put the time off, which is okay. I guess it makes it more special doing it around my birthday week in August. But here it is. They close at 1500 hours, 3 o'clock. I was going to go and see if they had a patch, but they don't, so it kind of sucks. I've been there before. I went in there back during COVID, I think in 2021. It's decent in there, and I'm sure it's got a lot better. I mean, it's not, you know, as good as like the Bullet Museum, or because it's more centralized around Corpus Christi, South Texas, the history obviously, whereas the ones in Austin are more, you know, centralized as in the state of Texas. So you can't compare it to like that big boy, but it's decent. They're decent. Got some prickly pears here. Pear tree. Pretty much all around. I don't know whether they're aloe vera over there. But anyway, I might have to divert on the run, pivot a little bit, and kind of go up and then down. I'm gonna go straight at the minute. So Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures, which isn't the biggest of buildings, but it's decent sized. I don't know what the size of the Asian community is here. Obviously it's probably grown since I came down here, but there's a start of the book days right here. So I'm guessing you kind of, it's almost like a race, exit and entrance. You kind of just go down here. It's kind of neat. So you get the tickets here. You probably park around this vicinity. You come over, you get your tickets here, unless maybe there's an online option. And then I'm guessing you go through there, and it's kind of at the back of the Hill Arts Centre and the Selena Auditorium. Down there, which I think it used to be called American Bank Arena or something. Changed it. Not too busy. A lot of people probably haven't got off work. It's probably a bit. Most of the people who have probably gone to the book days have probably already been. So, but yeah, let's carry on running. See what we got. Probably gonna go straight ahead, which will lead me to the BK. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna, well, we have to, I guess, because all this is all cut off. Because this is obviously where all the book days is obviously situated, all the rides and everything. You can't, normally you can kind of access it and go round. And they've obviously closed all that off, so you don't get illegal entries, which is understandable. Excuse me, I'm sure it's probably put on by the city of Corpus Christi. I don't know whether it has any state funding. Some more rides. Let's get it situated onto me. It's pretty warm, y'all. It's pretty humid. It's coming up over half a mile now. It's just about 2.5 miles to go. Don't know how I'm going to get back to HEB in Annaville yet. Might get the bus. I do a ride share again. Of course, they always cost money. Did bring a few $2 bills out with me. Got some hydration. I got one of my last Iron Brew boiled sweets by Butcherlands with me. So I'm going to savour that. I've been kind of having, well, some days I didn't have one, but most of the days I kind of had one or two as a little treat. Better zoning in the harbour bridge there. A lot of these roads, this is like the Museum of Hispanic Culture, and some of the old houses they're trying to restore again, which takes a lot because they're built in the 1900s. Not as old as the British ones, but that are still some of them are 1,000 years old. But obviously you get heavy winds here, you get a lot of hurricanes. Not so much here, but we do get them, heavy winds, so they constantly need a lot of attention, you know. But yeah, I'm probably going to stop it here because it's getting busy and it's hard and it's hot, and I'm trying to get simulated again with running, doing vlogs and stuff like that, and we're already at 9 minutes. So be blessed, y'all. Godspeed, God bless. And Oasis Dilla, we're out. Yeah.